How's it going, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video, and today is the start of a very special week. And spoilers for Dragon Ball Super, of course. Basically, the Super Saiyan God's form is going to be returning in episode 104 of Dragon Ball Super, and I honestly did not expect to see this form ever again in the anime, so to see it return is just an amazing feeling for me because it is an incredible form. In my opinion, it's my favourite form. And I know that there are a lot of fans of this particular form, but I've always been a big fan of it, so I decided to dedicate a few videos to Super Saiyan God Goku this week, and yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy it, of course, and if you do, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more, and yeah, shout out to the Super Saiyan God Goku week, and that's what I'm going to call it. And if we could find a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta friend straight away, that would also be nice, but a lot of people are still trying to farm LR Goku, which is expected at this point. So, are we going to find any friends? Okay, so managed to find a friend, and I know that a few of you are going to point out that the E3 did something similar to this, but the biggest difference is that I'm going to be using Beerus and Whis. So the point of this is, of course, to show off the God Goku, but at the same time, the main purpose is to show off that godly power link, and I'm going to do this for the other types, just going to show off units with that godly power link. Of course, God Goku is part of that, and if he does, in fact, get a new card, hopefully it's going to be part of the new category. So, of course, you have the Beerus that is at Super Attack 2. I was about to say 1 there. We have the Whis that's at Super Attack 2 as well. And, of course, we have the God Goku at Super Attack 10 with several ability system buffs, 90% in the potential system. And here's his biggest problem, is that he doesn't necessarily have too many great attack links. He does have Super Saiyan and Kamehameha, which are by far his most important ones, and ones that you're going to be activating the majority of the time. And he also has Godly Power, which again, he does share with Beerus and Whis, but you aren't going to be using those units the majority of the time, which is something that kind of does let him down. So, pardon me. So, it would have been nice to have other units in this particular type group to have that particular link, specifically Super Saiyan Blue Goku or Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. One of those units having that link would have made a massive difference, and that is one of the reasons why I really want him to get the Fierce Battle link instead of the Rebirth link, because it definitely would help him out a bunch. But let's go ahead and just see how well he performs in this particular team. And it's going to be interesting because, like, I'm going to try to activate the Super Saiyan link, Kamehameha, and of course Godly Power as well. And for that to happen, I'm going to have to keep Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku and Super Saiyan God Goku together. And then, of course, in the third slot, I'm going to have Beerus or Whis, so one of the two. But yeah, hope you guys do enjoy the video as always. And I'm excited for this. Granted, the other Super Saiyan gods aren't at Super Attack 10, unfortunately. But they will get there eventually, basically. And if I could summon 4 Kais, I definitely would go ahead and do so. But at the moment, I just don't have the ability to do so. And the Super Saiyan God Goku event, or the Battle of Gods event, hasn't come back yet. So even if I wanted to, you know, do that horrible grind yet again and, you know, try to get their Super Attacks to 10 that way, I just couldn't because, of course, actually, this is not a bad rotation. I couldn't because of the fact that we do not have that event here. And I don't have that many physical Gokus. But the point is, it's basically impossible at the moment. Unless I did a unreal amount of summons on the God banner, but the thing with that is that, well, his attack stat was legit 666, 555. Okay, that was kind of cool and strange at the same time. I think it was 555 anyway. So yeah, one of the things that I was potentially thinking about is summoning on that God ticket banner. But then again, it's just like, is it really worth it? Because it's a small chance for you to get the Kais. You can either get the Kais, you can get the Hercule statue, or you can, of course, get the trading item. So it's not guaranteed like the one before. If you take a look at the one that came with the, it wasn't the anniversary, I can't remember who it came with. But when you take a look at the last ticket banner, it had guaranteed Kais once it came, you know, it wasn't turned to stones, and it gave you 2 per multi-summon. Well, this one, it's not guaranteed, so I would rather not take the risk. But yeah, that basically, I'm not getting them to Super Attack 10 anytime soon. So, we have God Goku here again. And so far, you can tell that he's an absolute beast. Again, 90% in the potential system, and as soon as I get him to 100%, definitely going to be showing him off, because I have shown off a 100% Super Saiyan God Goku before, but the difference is that he was his own lead, essentially. So I had to use a friend one and because I used the friend one, he wasn't getting the full boost. So at 100%, I can imagine that he's going to be an absolute beast. And of course, when he eventually, it's inevitable at this point, when he gets his inevitable Dokkan Awakening, he is going to be an absolute madman. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's optimal. I think, like, I am never going to stop using him on this particular team. But when he Dokkans, he's going to be, you know, a bit more optimal for other units. And because I have him, like, so close to 100%, it's just hard for me to not run him because he is consistently hitting for a great amount. Here we go. 588k. But yeah, but the fact that he is consistently hitting for around 650k is just insane. And he hasn't even Dokkan Awakened yet. He gets a ton of ability system buffs as well. It's just a shame that he doesn't necessarily have the greatest attack links. And when he Dokkans, of course, that percentage passive is going to get even higher. And this 12 key multiplier will hopefully go up by a decent amount as well. Because he has a strange one at the moment. His 12 key multiplier is 142%. So, a bit odd in comparison to some of the other 12 key multipliers. Because the majority of the time it's either 130, 135, 140, 145, or 150. Actually, is 145 a thing? I'm pretty certain it is a thing. But it's not too common. So hopefully they knock that up to 145 or 150. To be honest, even if they don't, he's still going to hit pretty damn hard. You have Super Saiyan Blue Goku, whose 12 key multiplier is 140%. And even then, he still hits like an absolute truck. And he gets to that 100% attack boost. And you have to keep in mind that he does have a great partner in Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. So that does help massively. And it's a shame that Goku doesn't really have anyone like that. Because, again, that, what do you call it, that Godly Power link is just such a rare occurrence to come by when you're trying to use an optimal team. So it's a shame that, like I said, that link isn't a bit more universal, but who knows, maybe once a new one comes out, they will like mess around with the links, maybe give them the first awakened, just give it a few more units, you know, a few more links here and there. This is the rotation that we wanted. So we're going to go with this. Of course, the Godly Power link is active. We have Super Saiyan active. We have the Kamehameha link active as well. So let's just see how hard he's going to hit in the perfect rotation, essentially. So start off with Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, 540k. And his attack stat is legit near 700k. And there he is. This man is just an absolute beast. I just love the card. I'm looking forward to trying out the other ones as well. But I kind of feel like the Int one was just kind of doomed from the start. And I think Bandai realized that, which is the reason why they gave him a rebirth before the other ones. But then, like, the thing that gives me the most hope is the fact that the physical one actually got the Fierce Battle link. So you know for a fact that they're saving the Agility and STR one for a Dokkan Awakening, which will hopefully happen soon. And we will most likely get new information regarding any upcoming Dokkan Fest or something along those lines from the V-Jump magazine. Maybe more information on a new Legendary Rare. There's a lot of information that's potentially going to come soon. And the leaks tend to happen around the 18th. So may not happen as soon as I would like it to be. But there are a few occasions where it tends to leak around the 15th. But that's not very common. But we shall see, basically. But who knows? They may decide to drop something soon in the news. There's just so many possibilities. And I'm hoping that maybe we get something from, what do you call it? Something regarding Vegito. Because we haven't heard anything since the results of that campaign. So it would be nice to hear what's coming next. And of course, there hasn't been a Legendary Rare in Japan in almost a month. So I'm expecting a new Legendary Rare there. Maybe they are planning on dropping a new LR at the same time on both versions. Just so many possibilities, which is great. Okay, it's not happening. I'm gonna have to sacrifice Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken because these guys just think, well, like, way too well, which is expected, of course, because they both have Shocking Speed and Over in a Flash. So it was basically impossible to avoid a super attack with Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. Okay, and it begins, and hopefully for a moment I was like, wait, that is a Dokkan mode. It is a Dokkan mode, so I'm really hoping that we can get a crit here, just to show off how hard he can really hit with a crit, and a Dokkan mode. So let's see how high his attack stat can get here. Okay. His attack stat is at 697k. How hard is this going to hit for, though? That is the question. 30% chance to get the crit. And we get a 2.75 million crit to go off. That was very nice. And now we are going to take this stage out without too many problems, of course. And, like, I just absolutely love using this man. To be honest, it's been a lot of fun using this team in particular. Looking forward to trying out, to be honest, I'm looking forward to trying out the int one the most. And I will try the physical one as well. And again, wait, is he at Super Attack 10? I don't think he's at Super Attack 10. I think I made a mistake of never getting him to Super Attack 10. I awakened him early because at the time I was just like, what does this even mean? I didn't even know what a farmable unit was. And, well, I guess he's semi-farmable, but you get the point. I didn't really have a good understanding of, like, Super Attack levels and such and how much of a difference they actually made. So who knows, maybe eventually I will finally get him to Super Attack 10, and that is the one that is 100% doable. Well, they're all doable, but this one is definitely easier than the majority of them. And Beerus is low-key pretty damn good. I would imagine that with several ability system buffs, can definitely be a good unit. But I think one thing that they need to work on is just giving certain units like Beerus and Whis a bit more, like, and God Goku, of course. It's more universal attack links because that makes them, like, way more relevant. And, of course, it does help them out when it comes to picking your team. And Whis was actually relevant when Super Vegito came out, but he started to kind of fall off a little bit, which is a shame. But I'm going to take the stage out and just end it here. And I've just honestly been rambling on. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this particular showcase of the Godly Power link. You can see how much of a difference it actually makes when you are using a unit like God Goku, and increases his attack by a massive amount. 15% is huge. And if you had the First Awaken link, that would be an additional 25% attack, which of course would make a massive difference. And one thing that I want to point out, just look at this man's defensive stat, 33,000, and he doesn't even get a defensive boost. And I want to quickly show you guys his defensive stat. Just under 10k. Once he dokens, and of course once we get him to 100%, this is definitely going to be over 10k. But the fact that his defensive stat can be this high just from this alone just shows you that you don't necessarily need a defensive boost for it to be that high. And of course, this is what his passive is looking like at the moment, and it can definitely change. He has 2 more slots for potential links. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Really hyped for the rest of this week. But if you did enjoy today's video, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys are as hyped as me for the release of the next Super Saiyan God Goku, hopefully, and the Dokkan Awakenings for these remaining ones. And I will see you all in the next one.